To all our amazing viewers here at Cheating Tales Lab, welcome back. Tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from and buckle up. Today's story is one of strategy, betrayal, and justice. The story of how one father turned heartbreak into the ultimate counterattack. Chapter 1. The Man Who Planned. 3 steps ahead. Grant Barton wasn't just a husband, he was a strategist. At 34, he worked as a corporate security consultant, trained to see weaknesses before they became disasters. He had a stable career, a comfortable home, and a family he cherished. His wife, Courtney Coleman Barton, had once been everything he admired, ambitious, magnetic, and full of life. Their wedding had been lavish. Their son, Jackson, born 2 years later, was Grant's world. He rearranged his job to work from home, eager to be a present father. But Courtney changed. Motherhood didn't suit her. "The sleepless nights are killing me," she'd complain. "I didn't sign up to lose myself in motherhood." Soon she started spending more time with her friends, Kelly, Amy, and Candace, a trio of wealthy divorcees who laughed at marriage and glorified freedom. They lived for spas, clubs, and affairs. Grant tried bridging the gap. "Why not invite them for dinner?" he'd suggested. Courtney just laughed. "Grant, they're not interested in your suburban dad routine. We talk about real things." He didn't respond, but he noticed. And he started documenting, quietly, methodically, because Grant always thought 3 steps ahead. Chapter 2. The trip 3 months later, Courtney announced her plan. "The girls and I are going to the Bahamas. Just 1 week. I need this." "What about Jackson?" Grant asked. "You can handle him," she said casually. Grant's mother had died 2 years earlier. Courtney knew that. Still, her words dripped with apathy. He tried reasoning, but she'd already decided. When he left for a business trip in Phoenix, he assumed she'd canceled. He was wrong. Chapter 3. The call Grant's phone buzzed mid-meeting. It was his father-in-law, Raymond Coleman, his voice shaking. "Grant, where the hell are you?" "Phoenix. Why?" "It's Jackson. He's alone." Courtney left him. Grant froze. "What do you mean alone?" "I used my spare key. He's in his crib screaming, soaked through. God knows how long it's been." Grant's mind went white. "Call the police. Stay with him. I'm coming home." "I already did," Raymond said quietly. "There was a note." Grant braced himself. "Went to Bahamas with girlfriends. Back next week. Baby will be fine." Grant's hand shook as he called Courtney. The first 3 went to voicemail. On the 4th, she answered, laughter and music behind her. "What's up, babe? I just got to the resort." "What the hell did you do?" His voice was steady, deadly. "Relax, Grant, he's fine. He sleeps most of the time. I left bottles." "You left an 18-month-old alone for a week." "Don't be such a dad about this. My mom used to leave me alone all the time." Grant closed his eyes. In that moment, something inside him snapped into focus. This wasn't exhaustion or recklessness. It was evil. And he would not let it slide. Chapter 4. Documentation. He flew home immediately. Every minute in the air felt like an eternity. By the time he landed, he had a plan. He hired a top custody lawyer, Nora McKenzie, and began compiling evidence. Police reports, CPS statements, photos, timestamps, medical records. Raymond met him at the house holding Jackson, now clean and safe. "I raised Courtney wrong," Raymond said, tears in his eyes. Grant simply replied, "Thank you for saving my son." Chapter 5. The Reckoning. 3 days later, Courtney returned from paradise, tanned, smug, and unrepentant. "Can we stop the dramatics?" she said, rolling her suitcase inside. Grant was waiting with a folder. "Sit down," she laughed, then froze at his tone. He slid the documents across the table. "Police reports, CPS findings, witness statements. This is what you did. You're overreacting," she scoffed. "You left him in filth," Grant said. "That's not a mistake. That's abandonment." When she threatened to fight him in court, he smiled coldly. "I know every weakness, every lie. I've been watching for years. Try me." Chapter 6. The battle for Jackson. Courtney fought back with lies. claiming Grant was abusive, manipulative, controlling. Detectives investigated. Grant calmly handed over his evidence, timestamps, messages, footage. It destroyed her claims. But Courtney had leaked her accusations online, turning herself into a victim. The media bit hard. Grant stayed silent, never engaging. Instead, he turned his skills and contacts toward exposing her truth. His private investigator, Clyde Donahue, found everything. Courtney's 8-month affair with her personal trainer, Orlando Doherty, her friend's long histories of DUIs, custody losses, and fraud, and proof that the Bahamas trip wasn't a girl's getaway. It was a cover for her affair. Chapter 7. The Courtroom. When the custody hearing began, Courtney tried to look like a remorseful mother. But Grant's evidence shattered her mask. Nora presented nanny cam footage of Courtney ignoring Jackson's cries, roughly feeding him, leaving him alone for hours. Amy Doherty, Orlando's betrayed wife, testified that Courtney had bragged about training Orlando to lie. By the end, the courtroom was silent. Judge Day's verdict was swift and cold. This is not a custody dispute. This is child endangerment. Mr. Barton, you are granted full custody. Mrs. Barton's visitation will be supervised only. And I'm recommending criminal charges, Courtney screamed. Grant simply walked away. Chapter 8. Justice and fallout. Grant's next moves were surgical. Orlando lost his job. His wife got full custody. Courtney's friends were exposed. DUIs, fraud, custody violations. One by one, they fell, but Courtney spiraled deeper, stalking, harassment, even breaking into Grant's home. Police arrested her on the spot. She was charged with breaking and entering, restraining order violation, and child endangerment. Judge Day had seen enough. You've had every chance to change. Instead, you escalated. I'm remanding you to custody. She was later sentenced to 18 months in prison. Her parental rights permanently terminated. Chapter 9. Redemption 6 months later. Grant sat in his backyard as Jackson, now 2, played in the sandbox, laughing under the sun. The house felt different now, lighter, peaceful. His firm had become something new, a place where fathers came for help in custody battles. Grant had turned his pain into purpose. When he tucked Jackson into bed that night, he remembered Courtney's note. Baby will be fine. She'd been wrong about nearly everything, but in the end, she was right about one thing. Jackson was fine, because his father had made sure of it. Forever narrator, closing. And that's where today's story ends. What did you think of Grant's decision? Justice or revenge? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe for more stories like this, and tap the next video on your screen. Until next time, stay sharp and stay true.